Now you're running for Congress?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to try and take Duncan Hunter's spot?
That's why I came to the job fair today. Because I need his job.
Well, what kind of thing are you going to do for San Diego, for California? What are you going to try to do to stimulate the economy?
Just squeeze the federal government. So all the money it's taking from us, he is squeezing us. It squeezes the money out of us, takes it to Washington, spends it on all their favorite little things. Spends $1 trillion a year overseas.
It's insane. I mean, I've been out of work for 3 years and I can't even find a job.
Right.
My husband's out of work for a year. We've used all of our 401k. We're struggling to make our mortgage payments, and we're trying to sell our house right now because we can't afford it.
And I'm losing my house to foreclosure, not the government's forced to sale, taking it away from me.
Exactly.
Saying I will tax it and I don't. And so they've been squeezing us and more, but for the last 100 years, little by little, it's just turning up the heat. If we don't have the money in our pockets, how does we expect the economy to work?
Exactly.
You know, so the dominoes just keep falling.
It just keeps falling, and the small business people that really make the money for the economy, they're the ones that are losing out because of all this other stuff. So it's like
they're closing their doors and they can't afford.
Exactly, we can't afford anything. And this healthcare bill, what did that do?
More controls, more regulation, more taxation on the American people. And so both parties have forgotten that the country's founding was on the principle they were being liberated from government. People were being liberated from government. They set up a government that was supposed to protect our rights, not to take them away.
Right. So what is it that you're going to be able to do for us if you're elected?
Well, number one, I'm going to carry the message of a return of changing the system back to a system that's just based on government doing its mandate. The federal government is supposed to just deal with foreign issues that are foreign to the states. For example, if Arizona and California have a problem, the federal government's purpose is to deal with that. Or we got a problem with France or a problem with Iraq. They're supposed to deal with that, but they're not supposed to be involved in every aspect of domestic government.
Well, Hillary Clinton's saying that they want to sue Arizona for what they're doing with the immigrants or the illegal aliens.
Yeah, that's just all stuff too.
It's all stupid politics.
Yeah, they like to divide us on that. The real problem is government today. And it's not the guys that think we ought to have the border closed and the guys that think we ought to have it open. It's Washington, D.C., and they want to divide us up into two camps, while they're basically spending us and taxing us into starvation. It's all coming apart. And then now they're printing money, paper money,
it's no good.
It's no good. So we're looking to see hyperinflation happen, and that'll happen with your goods and services. But with your homes, you're going to have deflation. They're going to become worthless. People like you and me, we're going to end up having to live with relatives. All these houses will be on the market, making everything worthless. Nobody having an ability to pay for them.
Right.
And this is a repeat of what happened in Germany pre-World War II. They had when they had their inflation, hyperinflation, a peach cost you as much as a month's rent.
Exactly. So what is it that we can do or what is it that you're going to be able to do to stop it?
One of the things that I would recommend first is that people that are working, a moratorium on their taxes. Don't take any income taxes out for a while. Don't take any Social Security taxes out. Let them keep their whole check. So watch them spend, because they got more.
What about the people that don't have jobs? What about the people that are no longer on unemployment, that are losing their houses?
Don't ask government to give you a job, but what'll happen is if the rest of the people have more money to spend in the economy, then you'll start seeing all these businesses start to hire again. And it'll just like the dominoes falling the wrong way, they start coming up. They start coming up. And you have to have sound money, in the system. And this paper money, this inflationary paper money, is not sound money. Founders told us it would be in this problem. So we bring the troops home from around the planet, or the 100,000 contractors we got in Iraq, stop that nonsense, and return all of that to the United States. So that money is now being spent here and not overseas. And so if you allow people to keep what they earn, then you expand the economy. It'll come back. It's like you kill the weeds and the garden will grow again.
Right.
And so we got to kill the weeds, and the weeds are government spending that's choking out, the healthy plants.
Right.
So, and it's
So
not
when
easy. It's not going to be turn a light switch on.
No, but how is it that you're going to present that to Congress to be able to turn everything around if you are elected?
Well, we've got to present to them first the idea that there's already plenty of people in Congress that want to bring the troops home. All right, just need a few more that want to stop this foreign overseas invention stuff. We just need a few more to say that's it. We're not funding it anymore.
Well, we don't have the money for it. When is it going to stop?
That's right. So we just need a few more people in Congress to say that's it. No, and that it's moving in that direction. All right, so that'll make a big benefit to our economy here, because we're not just dumping it over there. And then just start downsizing along the federal government and returning that tax money and stop taking it for a while. If they can borrow $1.5 trillion to pay the bills, they can stop taking tax money out of people's paychecks.
Yeah, exactly. Or they don't have, forget IRS, forget everything. Forget, having to, April 15th, forget that day.
Exactly.
I mean, seriously, I don't even have the money to pay my property taxes.
You know what? And people, when they that's why this is making sense to them now. I said this on a debate stage with Duncan Hunter a few years back, Duncan Hunter Sr., and people kind of laughed. They thought, oh, yeah. But now, the idea doesn't sound so bad. And when I told people that at least let the individual have as many write-offs as corporations do, if a corporation can write off its rent, then how come you can't write off your rent?
Yeah, you can only write off your interest off your mortgage.
So why are they treated better than people? A corporation can write off its electricity. Can you write off your electricity?
Yeah.
These are all expenses to you, so why can't we be treated like corporations? When I said it that way, people said, you know what, that makes sense. So,
I was,
yeah.
So it's a lot of work. It's not going to be easy, and it might be too late.
It's very discouraging, and seeing how many people elbow to elbow up there, it's discouraging.
Yep.
It's I've been unemployed for 3 years.
Well, I got a business that's going sideways every week. I'm paying my office manager to sit there. She's been with me for 12 years. I'll hang on to her as long as I can. It gives me time to do this, but otherwise,
Yeah.
we're on the same boat, losing my house. I talk to one person after another.
It's awful.
And guys like Duncan Hunter just spent another $200,000 at least. I like to find out how much to put this on. The community should put this stuff on. The businesses should put this stuff on. But he could have given us all
I would have liked to see him today.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see him today, just to say, what are you doing?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's that discouraging. So I don't know.
Well, all I can say is, that we get tough again. We have to get tough again, unfortunately. If we start to turn the ship in the right direction, and the right direction is don't let government. We can stop that government.
I'm just tired of the government. I'm tired of the crap.
That's what we need. And then we need people to get mad. We need to get mad and just say that's it with these guys.
It's going to have to come. It's going to end up coming down to every little community helping each other.
Right, and that's a good thing that'll come out.
It's going to come back to that. So
people helping family members, helping family members, community
Exactly.
helping community.
Right.
It'll come back to that, and that's what works. So maybe we're going to just run full cycle.
We're just going to have to go back to the 1800s and start over again, I think.
Well, but we have the
way it
technology, so we don't have to start over with that. They'll go back to basic
technology is the one.
principles.
I think technology has actually hurt us more now than because of what's gone on.
Well, I think it's hurt us because government was able to steal more from us.
Exactly.
We're still alive. We're not dead. We're not in concentration camps yet.
That's the key word.
Right. And just keep getting tougher and start going back, like you said, to our roots.